All right, I'm going to show you how to do an oil change on a 2018, 2019, 2020. They're all very similar, if not the exact same. An oil change for these guys. This is a 2018 Expedition Platinum Max. It's got the twin turbo V6. The things you're going to want for this is a little stool to step up on. These sit awfully high, and it's just right there. It's a pretty small nozzle. If you get something like this, it makes it very slick and easy. You're gonna want to get 6 quarts, and that was 5W30. And underneath, what we're going to want is, let me come around and show you. You can technically just crawl under it. I would suggest at least a 3-ton jack. Get it jacked up a little bit. You don't have to worry about dropping that entire cover. You'll just drop the front 2 bolts. I'll come around and go under and show you the other items you'll be needing. Alright, what you're going to want for the actual drain plug itself is a 15mm. You could do a socket or a wrench. I just do a wrench. And then as far as those 2 bolts, they will just be a 5/16. I would suggest putting it on a drill if you'd like to pop it out quick. Like I stated, you can just drop those front 2. As far as the exact location of where that plug is, the exact location is right there. As I stated, just the back pan, drop just those 2. That'll allow you enough space to just gently move it down. Move your oil pan over, and then you can just unscrew it. As you can see from a better angle, right there it is draining right behind that control arm. Just a little bit of a different angle for you. And then as far as it comes for your oil, for what brand you prefer, as well as your filter, one I've always had good luck for and I would always suggest is Mobil 1 Oil and their oil filter. For this, it is a M1-212A oil filter. Their consistency is always very top notch. They are a little more expensive, but you are paying for that consistency and quality. Fran and a lot of others, their quality has gone downhill quite a bit the last few years, unfortunately. But I would definitely just suggest, if you can, just get your Mobil 1 filter, get your Mobil 1 oil, and don't forget when you're putting your new oil filter on, gently put some oil, it can be new or used, right around that rubber gasket before inserting it. You can just do a touch more than hand tight. Don't do any more than that. Alright, as soon as you have all of that oil drained, go ahead and jack your vehicle back up. And what we're going to do is put that plug back in right there. As soon as that's done, we'll go ahead and move our oil pan over. Get it centered, pretty centered on the vehicle, and right here, this right there, this guy, it's right here, and there's a couple tensioner pulleys. There, finally updated. Right here, this guy right here, that is your oil filter, right there. And the way that Ford had this designed is, it'll basically come under here, and this little pan right here, it'll just run right off. So let's go ahead and, like I stated, let's go ahead and get this centered up. Go ahead and get that plug put in there in a moment. And as far as how you can take that off, you can use a wrench head like this style, or just a pair of pliers. Just make sure you're going lefty-loosey. It'll be nice and easy. I'll show you. And real quick, you can either wait to put this pan up once you do the filter or after, but either way, I did want to just show you real quick. So the back plate, like I stated earlier, we'll go ahead and just remove those front 2, put those back up. If you're ever confused where the drain plug is, passenger side, right above this area. We can grab this and move it and just peek on over, and there it is. All right, let's get that filter knocked out. Alright, and here is a better angle. Like I stated, you could use pliers or one of those oil filter heads. Let's go ahead and grab that. We'll just go lefty-loosey. Just be nice and careful on her. And as I stated, right there. So you just want to get it centered up right in the very middle of the vehicle, and that little plate, it'll just run right off of that into there. That is how Ford designed it, right there. And it won't have any sort of large puddling of oil or anything. It'll mostly all drain into there. If you're worried, spray a little bit of brake cleaner in there. Let's go ahead and get this finished up. And as you can see, it is still draining out of there. Once it's mostly stopped, we'll go ahead and just give her a quick cleaning when it's actually done. We'll just use a little bit of brake cleaner. Doesn't really matter the brand on that. We'll just give that a moment. And right there, out with the old and with the new. Like I stated, you can use fresh oil, used oil, doesn't really matter. I usually just grab this and just the very tip of it. Just touch it, make sure it's touched all the way around. That little bit of gunk is not going to do anything negative. And we'll go ahead and just get that placed on there. And then as soon as you have it hand tight, you can leave it like that, or put your pliers and just very lightly, just do a little more. Make it nice and snug, not too tight to make it a hassle, but that's it. We'll go ahead and just spray around it. Make sure she's nice and pretty. This has stopped draining. We'll go ahead on the top and get it filled up, and then I'll show you how to reset the computer. Alright, like I said it earlier, we'll go ahead and get 6 quarts. And like I said, you don't want a little stand because it is pretty dang tall. And we're just entering, or I guess we're placing all of that fuel just right in that itty bitty hole right there. Alright, and as soon as we have that emptied out, I would suggest before you start using a funnel anyways, just to make sure you're not making a mess. Once you got that filled up, we'll go ahead and remove that, check the dipstick, make sure everything's good. We'll go ahead and reset that oil life. Alright, and so for the 2018 and 2019s for sure, what we're going to do is go over to settings. You're going to simply scroll all the way down. You'll see advanced settings. Click OK. Click OK to vehicle. And right there, reset oil life. We'll click it. We'll hold it to reset. Boom. There you go. That is it, folks. Have a great rest of your day.